So the real question is, where's our pianist?
I don't know. I don't know where our pianist is. So we'll have
Scrota's not here.
Do it this way.
Nobody's here to play music, and then they're like, "Well, they took my job." It's like,
yeah, and they want to know why they,
That's right, Scrota. I see you in here.
Ah. 30 seconds.
You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch. No other than a dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news from right inside Shroud and Avatar 5 days a week for your entertainment and listening pleasure and all sorts of hijinks and shenanigans. Today is Tuesday, November 15th, 2016 here in Shroud and Avatar. How's everybody doing out there today? Welcome to the show.
And don't forget that we are streaming in 3 places at the same time. That is Twitch, YouTube, and Radio Free Britannia. And we do invite everyone in to hang out with us.
WRFB.
That's right. Hang out with us in Discord. Be a part of the show. Hang out. Chat. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. What is going on with you? Just go to nbn.info for that.
And I'll tell you, if you got any kind of events, anything you want to get out there to the folks, and you want to shout it out, come on in and see us. Come on in and tell us about it. Email it to us. Get over in game. PM it to us. Whatever. Of course, if you got any suggestions, you want to see something interesting or talk about something interesting, we're here 5 days a week for you as well. You can reach us when we're not on the air. We're here pretty much around the clock. If you leave a question, we'll get back to you.
That's right. Discord really is the best way to get a hold of us. I mean, we do hang out every single day, and it gives us the time to interpret the news. That way we can talk about things like countdowns and why they're important.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Why are they important? Let's tell the people why they're important. I'm going over here to, I love that effect.
What's that about?
But I love that walking effect when you do that. I got to report that one. That's recreatable. But I was going to turn the banner on, so we have a little backlight back there.
All right, mood light.
Well, we do have 13 days, 11 hours, 56 minutes, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10 seconds until the Black Friday expirations are finished. That's right. A bunch of things are expiring off the add-on store, as well as a 15% bonus for any purchase made off of the add-on store with new money. That's right. You'll get 15% back of all of your purchases in add-on store credit the following day.
At 1 o'clock. Now, of course, a lot of things expiring there. We want to cover that list of expiring items that are out there. Let folks know Or we just tell them to show them up here and go read it yourself.
Okay, the things that are expiring are
go read it yourself.
Damn it.
the house stacking in bundles, so only one house per bundle will be going forward. A bunch of the Adobe 2-story homes. The Kobold masks will be expiring. They'll be exclusively available in Kobold bundles. The Prosperity Tool packs, the Wax Cylinder Soundtrack Volume 1, the Battle Banner, the Halloween rares, which include the jack-o'-lanterns, the masks, statues, things like that, along with the extra special emotes, Juggled Severed Heads, and Juggle Zombie Heads, and Juggle Jack-o'-lanterns, and the Spooky 2016 Spooky soundtrack. All of those are going to be expiring.
Going bye-bye. Now, of course, a couple of those things like the Prosperity Tools will still be available in bundles. So they're not totally going away, but you're not going to buy them independently anymore. Just on a side note there. Those Prosperity Tools are just never going away, man, I'm telling you.
I'm getting a phone call real quick. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We'll be right back. We'll be...
Pack your toothbrush, Jack. Pack your toothbrush.
One moment, please.
Hey, he may be packing soon. We don't know. That's another story all in itself.
That was a fake phone call.
Oh, yay. Fake phone call?
Well, Heather from Account Services wants to get me to sign up for stuff.
You've been qualified for a $250,000 for your business.
Freaking IRS again?
Nah.
You're pre-approved, even though you do absolutely nothing in sales.
That's right. So we do have a stand-up corner from yesterday as well, if you ever want to go over that.
We do, but speaking of sales, I noticed I was looking at the marketplace today, and looks like some other things are moving up there. I noticed some gold shuffled around, some other items shuffled.
Oh yeah.
Right after we got off the air, we went looking for that vendor, and that vendor was already gone off the marketplace.
Well, another one has been put back on there, though. So it was sold, and then that person listed another one.
And then, of course, you said you had a question. Somebody was looking for an item in chat here just a while ago.
Yeah, in Noble's chat, someone was looking for a city, a POT only city home deed, and so I just went to Shroud Marketplace. I clicked on the button that says housing, and then I went to lot deeds, and then from there I was able to see that there is a Pot City deed for $390 available.
Right there available. So if you guys need anything, I'll tell you what. Is again, I love seeing how things move as we check it throughout the day.
I mean, it's one where it really would behoove people to actually go through and register for accounts. If they are interested in selling things, go ahead and create that vendor account. Remember, it is free to list your items on Shroud Marketplace. You only get charged whenever there's a sale.
That's right.
So it really is one where, you know what? Hey, it's all kinds of stuff there. So Pot City lot deed right there. I would buy it if I had the cash.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah. Need a few donations to come in. Don't forget that you are allowed to donate to us or become our Patreon, or I should say Laz's Patreon.
NBNN's Patreon.
Yeah, that's right. NBNN's Patreon, and eventually he might toss me a penny or two.
Running. Yeah, occasionally I'll buy you a beer when we get to town.
Yeah, something like that.
Of course, Jack
Yeah, what's up with that?
Jack has to do what?
Of course, Jack don't drink, so buying him a beer is cheap.
Yeah, you can buy me a 12-pack, and it will still be there.
But anyway, moving right along. Yes, we do have yesterday's stand-up corner here for the good boys and girls. And, yeah, well, I'm going to broach another topic, but let's get the stand-up out of the way here.
Well, what other topic did you want to broach?
Well, it's a little sticky because it's public information, but the actual topic is in the dev. Everybody knows about the recipe changes that are coming out that was mentioned in the post-mortem. So I don't see this as being too much of a, out of bounds
violation of the Dev Plus terms of service.
Yes, yeah. But there's a call out there for a delay in that. And I'm just curious to what people think. For people who know about it, it's coming. People who've been watching all this. People who've been listening to us.
You know what? It removing the recipes from the game really isn't that bad. It just means that things like soda crafting and sodacrafting.wiki and sodacraft.com will become more popular.
Well, they'll become less popular because you won't be able to use them anymore. They're actually going to become obsolete with the new changes. You're not going to be able to go and learn the recipe that way anymore.
Yeah,
you're going to have
what?
Yeah, that's not
I didn't get that.
No. Okay, so one of the things that you don't have to buy the recipe. You don't have to trade the recipe. It's called discovering the recipe.
Take that out.
It's my understanding that that's not going to be possible anymore.
I don't know. You just have to go find a recipe and go something that you don't have in your book and try to craft it on the QA server and see what happens. But that is something that they've talked about all the time. They wanted
discovering
they wanted pit players to discover new recipes. And that discovery, it may not be in game yet, and that might be part of the problem.
Well, again, there's call for it out there, and there was just, again, it's a curious question because it is actually public knowledge, and that was part of the argument was, hey, they let people know about it, so if they're not keeping up on the news, and they, did it in the post-mortem, then, who do you blame for not reading, following the post-mortem, reading the news about the changes and all that good stuff? So anyway, yes, discover how to make a belt. No shit.
Oh, where's that going?
Actually, Starr Wrong answered that question, and we'll have some of those questions here coming up. He had the questions that were asked that were not answered during the post-mortem, and that is one of the questions that was answered. So we will have that for you here shortly.
Promise.
Maybe, unless we derail the train with some, dick and ass jokes or something like that.
Soapbox comes out and we're screwed.
So anyway, moving right along. Scroll.
I had to respond to something on Facebook.
I was going to say I heard some of the bleeping back there. So
no. So are you ready for the stand-up corner? So that way we can start getting into those questions.
Got it on screen for the good folks. Chaos and his mustache.
That's right.
Let's not forget about Movember.
National Mustache Day or what?
Movember. Celebrating men's health.
And that's a topic out there as well. You can also help support the guys down there. We'll touch on that maybe here in just a minute as well.
Okay, so this is the stand-up corner from Monday, November 14th. Remember, today is the 15th. So the stand-up corner, they say, hey, I was working on this yesterday. I'm working on this today. And eventually, Chaos writes something random down. I don't know whether or not it's something they actually discuss. And then he publishes it at some point in time, and we get to interpret what is written down. It's a very arcane process. I think it involves a Ouija board and some dice. So Monday, over in the art department, Bob said he was working on the 4-story obsidian row home.
Bob.
which tells me that pretty soon that we will be able to buy obsidian bundles. So there will be 4 different bundles available. Fletcher is working on the outfits for PCs and NPCs. Kevin was working on bugs.
Bug.
Leo the sound guy was working on bugs.
Bug.
And spell sound effects. And death ambiance.
Ambiance. Ooh, I want a little ambiance with my death.
I know. So don't forget that the music that Shooter Jennings created for the death was because he was asked how long should it be, and Richard Garriott said 5 minutes. So he made the death song 5 minutes long. That's why you can't. That's why it's got that long intro. Yeah. Then Matt was working on batons and bugs.
Bug.
Over in design, that's right. Over in design, Brandon was working on recipe discoveries and teaching and release 37 planning.
Discoveries, you say?
Yeah, look at that.
Recipe discoveries. You can discover a freaking recipe? What?
Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Go buy all the recipes while you can. Recipe discoveries right there. Okay, new guy Chris was working on Superstition Canyon Plan and bugs.
Bug.
Dan was working in Player Towns and bugs.
Bug.
And meetings. Then we had Finn working on bugs.
Bug.
And animation support and selection glow. Keith. I know. Sanyo was
how glowy we are.
Sanyo was also consulting on the Superstition Canyon plan, as well as bugs.
Bug.
And he was touching Sorceress Steve's midriff while he was playing around in Midris. Lumber Mad. He was trying to figure out the dialogue bugs.
Bug.
And bugs.
Bug.
And more bugs.
Bug.
And do you know what he didn't see?
Bug.
An Oxford comma. Sorceress.
The English teacher strike.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
Sorceress Steve. He was touching up Midris's midriff. As well as bugs.
Bug.
And release 37 planning. That's right. New guy Travis was working on bugs.
Bug.
And Blood Bay.
Blood Bay.
And release 37 planning. Oh, it depends on how bloody it is.
Yes.
And then over in tech, that's right. New guy Bobby was working on bugs.
Bug.
Eric was working on bugs.
Bug.
Jason was working on offline basements fix and the weekend live service monitoring and performance. New guy Jim straightening out the cherries as he worked on offline rewards and sandboxed testing.
Cherry's playing in the sandbox.
Yes, he is. You gotta love playing it around in the sandbox. It sometimes gets a little dirty back there. Wizard Smoke. He's working on bugs and resistances. The Deathbringer one and only. He's still trying to squash some bugs.
Bug.
He obviously hasn't found out the name of the bug spray he should be using is Raid.
Bug.
Burning Toad.
The burn.
Still scratching the itch that's caused by the bugs.
Bug.
as he tries to figure out how to update the patcher and mastering the builds.
Mastering.
Mastering the builds. Mastering the builds. Over in QA, Eric was working on regression, insanity, and forums, while Reese was working on the sanity, regression, and forums. He's just doing it in a different order than Eric.
You can't get sane without the regression, man.
I know. Then Serafina, she was customering service and offer testing and regression and shipping support.
Shipping support.
Nice.
Where's my poster?
Our production management and other group, Brecken, might be shipping out some boxes in the coming days, as she also works on the QA forums. The Dippy Bird was working on bugs and bugs.
Bug.
Gorn still trying on that Speedo as he works on the update of the avatar and add-ons and general business and personnel support. Business.
Working on that business.
Yep, and the personnel support. Then Barrick was working on updates and forums and internal reports. Hutch was working on player home bugs.
Bug.
And polishing them. Lord British! He's attempting to figure out what the world building direction is, as well as meetings. Chaos was working on offers and decorations and database data and system support. And then Darkstar was last but not least, he was working on the update of the avatar and release 36 post and release 37 schedule.
Yay.
And Led Zepp does want everybody to know that personnel supports, that means jock straps and sports bras for all.
There you go. Support your employees.
Personal support, that's right.
That's right.
Man, what's with all the juggling today, man? I tell you.
Well, if you noticed, I've got the severed heads. Then Dragar has the pumpkins, and then Wolfdom, who's shown up, as well as Led Zepp, both have the bottles. And Wolfdom, how's it going?
Hey, Wolfie. How you doing, Wolf? What's going on out there?
Hey guys.
Hi, Jade.
Hold on. Who's that? That lady
Jade.
Jade I hear out there?
This is Jade.
Yeah, I'm just coming into channel. I'm going to put on my cute little outfit and I'm going to come up and see you boys. I had a doctor's appointment. I got here as fast as I could.
Oh, no worries. We're going to be here for a little while. We'll get yourself on over here. I hear you got some news for us.
Yeah, I think of something that I think y'all might be a little bit interested in. So at 92%, I seem to be stuck.
Well, while we're waiting on Lady Jade to get on over here, we got some of the R35 post-mortem questions, missed questions, answered mostly by Starr Long. And this is always good for a hoot and a holler because, again, Starr does answer them very, very interestingly most times.
Start with belts.
I don't know what you're talking about. Interesting responses? Never.
You got this up and ready, or do we need to...
I am ready. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about either.
I mean, you would try to say, like,
little doggy.
Night Owl wants to know what's the future of the ring mold currently still available at all NPC crafting merchants. And Starr saying that's a bug. It will be removed. BDF. Yeah. BDF wants to know, can we please add a concentration bonus to robes? It seems like this would be a great way to differentiate between cloth armor and robes. Interesting suggestion. We will definitely consider it. In fact, we are considering just making all clothing masterworkable and or enchantable. That would be
nice
interesting.
Robes.
Yeah. Oh,
we only have one set of robes, and that's the ones off the add-on store, no?
I believe so. I mean, there's a dress that you can make. But yeah, the robes are the Elven Elder robes and the Elven robes that were from the original Elven stretch goal. Any ETA on leather dyes? No ETA at this time. Could dyeable items please get a light color to the title in our inventory? They will consider some ways to better highlight and note dyed items. Acrid wants to also know, recently the common cloak went from being dyeable to not. Could this be made dyeable again? And that's a bug. They hope to have it fixed in release 36.
Yes. As well as craftable, I believe.
Yes. Coral noted that in build number 505, fountains and wells placed in pots only provide water to the pot owner. And Starr says that's a bug that's fixed in release 36. Rufus wants to know, when might we see farming supply vendors added for Governor of Pots? And that's quarter 1, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
What the F? WTF wants to know, are there plans for some kind of a more gated item progression, e.g. easy mobs drop low-level crafting stuff, hard mobs drop high-level crafting stuff? And the answer is yes. Elfin One wants to know, when will we see expanded bag sorting and take all items options? Twofold silence. When will we get a take all option when looting defeated foes or open containers while using the Ultima 7 inventory system versus the list one? Yes. Yes. Vagabond Sam.
That question.
He answered the first one.
That makes a whole lot of sense to me, but.
Well, it was two separate questions that got lumped together. Yes. So, yes. Is the overall intention that a complete Episode 1 crafting and gathering system include more opportunities for player input to affect the outcome, or is the RNG of large numbers the only way planned to curate supply? Yes. That is the worst non-answer ever. Yes.
Oh boy.
Does rain outside affect watering plants? Maybe. Not yet, soon. Not yet, but soon. Smoker KGB wants to know, will we ever be able to harvest seeds from plants or have a chance harvesting in the wild? Maybe.
Maybe.
Can we have a max 20 for gathering water or open barrels to gather 20 rainwater over time? Maybe.
Maybe.
When will belts be a thing? No ETA.
No ETA.
We need belts and suspenders.
Quarter 1, maybe.
My pants are gonna fall down, man.
No ETA.
Maybe
we have a slot, but we have no ETA. Episode 500.
That would be funny if he had just said it's in Jira. That should be Starr's.
That should be a stock answer. It's a Jira. It's in Jira.
It's in Jira. It's in Jira. It's in Jira.
We love you, Starr.
That's right. Most RPG games, not all, but most, have a minimum of 2 ring slots. Any thoughts on if this is a possibility? It's a possibility.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's very possible. It's possible.
10 digits, man.
Whether or not we actually do anything, that's debatable.
Now, did he ask if they were considerate? No. Are you going to answer it whether it's possible, whether it's going to come in? No. All we know is that it's possible.
Yeah, that's right.
It's possible.
Lolly wants to know, can we get a hot... I want to know if Starr is sitting there laughing when he's typing in these responses that are non-answers.
I'm sure he is.
It's like, how can I not answer this, yet answer this?
Yes.
Is it possible? Yes, it is.
Wow. Revelations.
I love this shit.
I love Starr.
I love this shit, man. The silver-tongued devil, he gets me every time. I love him.
That's right. Lolly wants to know, can we... That's right. Can we get a hotkey to equip unequipped coconuts? Dragonheart Wormkin today at 12:53 p.m. Any chance we can get a simpler way to unequip the bloody coconuts? It touches equipped gear, so not trivial, so unlikely to happen soon. Okay, I'm sorry to say, but what Starr should have said is you can build a deck with equipped gear, and then you can set that deck as what you want.
Quick swap. That's right.
That's right. So
You don't need a
it is
separate
possible.
hotkey, no separate hotkey.
No
But
hotkey for you.
It's not a hotkey, and hold on, let's see. Monitor 2 capture. Let me go into, I believe it's the Y button, and then you just do a new deck, and then you use your current gear, and then hey, imagine that you change your gear. That's all you have to do.
Real simple.
Real complicated.
Now, of course, having more deck slots would be a lot
Six decks
nicer.
doesn't quite cut it.
Now,
No,
hopefully
6
with
deck
some of the
does not
changes
cut it.
coming down the pipe, we're going to get more deck slots because there's going to be a need for different decks for different critters you're fighting out there. But
Oh yeah,
that's
well,
something
I
we'll
mean,
address,
there's a
later on in
ton
the
of
week.
stuff that needs to be changed for that. Can we recall bind all the homes we have? When we recall, we choose place in. You can only bind to one at a time. By design. Not going to change. Wouldn't be prudent.
Not
Be prudent.
That's right. What
Not
do you
gonna
do?
do it.
That's right. Will it be possible to implement text so that we don't have to wait a full release to upgrade the capacity of a player-owned town? Yes, eventually. Castigear
know
wants to
that's
know.
been coming.
Yeah, that's right. When will we see a redoubling of available decorations? When we've done optimizations that improve performance enough to allow it. And hey, Laz, I know that you had that conversation about increasing deco
Everything
deco
by
numbers.
one per lot, yes.
And remember, the question was about player-owned towns.
Yes, I know.
Starr's
I listened
answer
to the
is
show
still
three
bullshit.
times later on that day.
Yeah. Starr's answer is bullshit.
Well, they actually are waiting for optimization, but again, losing...
They have a crap ton of optimization to do, but to give them a reason to optimize, it's like, let's find out how broken we can make the system, and that gives them more information on what to optimize. It's like one of the reasons that they were able to track down so many of the performance bugs with number of players in scenes was by having large events and then them sitting there looking at the data as it's coming by and going, oh wait, that shouldn't be happening, that shouldn't be happening, ooh, this is what's causing that problem, which they don't get if you have 16 people in a scene.
Yes, absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, there's a reason that we need to break the system during this this early. Let's see.
I vote we double it all.
I was going to say, while we're on a little lull here, why don't we take a break from the questions real quick? Lady Jade has made her way here, and she's juggling the pink orbs. Is joining in all front here.
That's because I'm a girl.
Well, that's got nothing
But
to do
you
with it.
got
Doesn't mean
balls.
you have to juggle
You
them.
got balls.
She got pink balls.
Haha.
But what she got for us today, Miss Jade? How you doing?
I am doing pretty darn good, Lazarus. Yeah, there are some interesting things that I'd like to bring to your audience. There's been some changes in Every Virtuous Last Team. A guild that has a large number of high-level PvP players has scheduled another PvP tournament that directly conflicts time-wise with ours. And what we want your audience to know is that the Virtual League is held every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. with the support of our sponsors. We plan to continue a quality, free, and fun tournament. We believe that many of the higher level PvPers will not be attending the Virtual League, and I think that we have always tried to have two tiers. so that we can help bring in players that might feel intimidated, about getting, wiped
Get
up on
those
the floor.
new guys in so they can get their feet wet, basically.
Yeah, but even
Absolutely.
Tier 2 is getting to be excruciatingly talented. And so this is the time, if you would like to attend the Virtue League and, just get in the ring for some fun, where we're going to see some players that are new to PvP, some players that may not have quite, 1,000 hit points and some of the other things that we have seen. And we really do encourage people who may have thought about it, but just said, nah, not for me, to come out. It's also extremely early in the season. I won't go through the rules, but that is important. So it's also a good time to come. We are early in season 4. We always attempt to host 2 tiers, again, so we can split those ability levels. I would also like to announce that we have a new ringmaster, Garriott.
Ooh.
And I will just spell her first name if you would like to add her to your friends list. It's Caree space death.
Carrie.
And Jade also is, I run the brackets. So either one of us, if you want to add us to your friends list. Also, and I am going to take a little stab at Portularium here. I'm usually pretty kind to them, but due to their inability to solve security issues, we will be moving the Virtue League above ground. Every effort is being made to have this done by tomorrow. We don't know if we are going to make it, but if it is not tomorrow, it definitely will be the following Wednesday. Would you like to hear about the incident that predicated this?
When we're talking security, we're talking basically permissions and stuff like that for players so that we can sort of trim the fat when we need to, and make things pleasurable when
we have one particular ambitious thief that we have banned him from the lot, but he's still able to get on. And what happened in the bug that really was used is that one of our players had logged out of the game, had watched his 20 seconds go, and therefore assumed that his character was no longer in the game. And in fact, the character remained, and he had some very high-level things stolen from him. And we can't seem to get the attention of Portularium and to fix some of these issues, so we are going to move it above ground. So, just in conclusion, I just really encourage all your listeners to come out, join in the fun, watch, and contact us if you're interested. And we're looking forward to fielding some new fighters.
Now, of course, I want to also toss out that the sponsors who give away prizes, and if anybody ever wants to sponsor it, to contact Lady Jade and help out with the league there.
Season 4 does have our 5 sponsors secured, but there will be a season 5 in about 2.5 months.
Now, you mentioned another set of fights at the same time. Now, I've noticed there's a Sunday fights that are now out there, but I haven't seen anything up against you guys calendar-wise.
I don't know if they put it on the calendar or not. It does exist. And again, we expect that there will be some high-level fighters involved in that particular tournament, and therefore would not be able to attend both.
Gotcha. Well, there you go, folks. Of course, when the Virtue League is happening, then it's on the calendar. We do let you all know about it, as we do read the calendar daily here. And here's the latest and greatest. Now, I happened to catch a little blurb of something going on out at Cottage Grove. Do you want to talk about that real quick?
I'd love to. Thank you so much.
Because I saw this and I didn't think you would bring it up, so I'm going to bring it up for you. What's going on out there?
Well, Garriott is knee-deep in arranging for the fashion show. I believe that's December 4th at 4 p.m. if I recall correctly. We have been reaching out to some of the, I think 1 or 2 larger guilds, but we've actually been reaching out to some of the smaller upcoming guilds for judging. And I think we have those positions about filled. Normally we have a budget of X amount of store credits, and we're not sure exactly how. Normally it's, just a prize to the top guy and the top girl. And we're still brainstorming if we want to do something else with our budget and how we're going to award the prizes. There definitely will be store credit prizes for the fashion show. Yeah, so get a hold of me again or Carrie Death and get your name if you want to walk the catwalk and sport something special out there. I know there's a lot of things to work with now, a lot of things that we haven't seen in games since the last fashion show, so I'm hoping to see some really outrageous outfits.
Very nice, very nice. Good to hear. And of course, when that gets closer, don't forget to stop on by and refresh everybody's memory on that one, because that date is coming up quick. But, and of course, don't forget to stop in and give us the updates on the Virtue League.
And just in case you want, last week was the first week that we had these conflicting schedules. And Tier 2's winner was Xander, and Tier 1 was Amara John. And I'll just throw that out for fun. But we're looking forward to tomorrow and see what kind of excitement comes out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you, Jade, for coming on in and sharing that with the listening audience. And of course, like we said, if you guys got information you guys want to get out there, we're here 5 days a week for you. So just pop on in the Discord, send us a message, PM us, and we'll have you on in here, or we'll shout it out if you're too shy to get on in here. And if Lady Jade can get on in here, anybody can, that's for sure.
Hey.
Oh,
hey, come on. I remember when you were a little wallflower in the chat room, so let's not go there.
Yeah, well, I appreciate NBNN, and I always appreciate the fact that you allow me access when I have some of these things.
Well,
so thank you.
We want
everybody
to be able to get out there. That's right.
Information they want to send out.
Whether they want to take us up on it or not, that's their loss if they're not taking advantage of everything we've got to offer you out there. So. Yeah, but it's a pity you don't PvP. Well, go down to the Virtue League. Check it out, man. It's a way to get started. Have a little fun with it. But meanwhile, we've got time for a couple more questions off that list before we have to move on to a couple other things here today. Do we want to knock a couple of those out, or do we have anything else that we need to inform the masses of before we start taking care of some business here today? Your business.
Well, that all depends on how you're feeling. I mean, it's
still with one hand.
So stranger. Okay.
Like one hand.
Yeah. Then Murray had something to say in Noble's chat. That's pretty funny. Okay.
The stranger's having a little ED problems. So.
Yeah. Will you consider?
I don't know if this is. I'm sorry. I don't know if this is considered something we can talk about.
Try us.
The new boats that are coming in to player-owned towns at the entrance point.
Hasn't been really publicized yet. So
okay,
yeah,
I'll shut up.
That's Dev Plus.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
We don't need no stinking.
That's right. Will you consider raising the exterior lighting limits? And then the town lighting limits are incredibly painful at the moment. When we've done optimizations that improve performance enough to allow it, lights and AR are the most expensive items. Lord Barugan wants to know, can you please remove the decoration mode and instead require a modifier key, shift or control, to be held down to initiate dragging a placed decoration? And they'll consider that. That will make certain Deco Divas a little upset.
Keypad 3.
That's right.
Or change it to another keybind. You can do that, folks.
I changed my keybind for decoration mode, so whenever I do it, it actually does two buttons.
I've got it on my mouse. I push a button on my mouse, my deco goes on. I want it off. I push a button on my mouse, it goes off. Very simple.
I'm using almost all the buttons on my mouse, mostly for talking and things.
Yeah, well, Yeah.
Okay, let's see, where was I? Lord Baragon also wants to know, I want to be able to place certain decoration in my house and or basement, such as hedges, fence pieces, street lamps, etc., and on top of each other, but I'm not allowed to. Are there logical reasons for these limitations? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Katakayo wants to know, can we increase in basement item limits since it's a separate scene when they've done enough optimizations to improve performance enough to allow it? Mischievous Dragon wants to know, will you make it possible to meet Charlotte Gray in a random merchant encounter next to our doors? And they can consider that.
Yes.
Redfish wants to know, Lord British once responded to a question asking whether we leave Novia every time we log out, and he said no, that once we go through the Isle of Storms, we're in Novia until the end. If this is true, why does the game show us teleporting into a scene every time we log in and teleporting into a scene every time we change scenes? And the scene loading is the temporary invulnerability effect provided by the Oracle. I forget what novel it is. Is it Ready Player One, where as you log out of the game, your character does bot-like behaviors that are pre-programmed, like walking home, going places? I think it's Ready Player One.
Yeah, I don't know
I think
about
that's what
that.
he wants.
It's like everybody else just did, just got up and stopped what they were doing. So happy you stopped juggling and...
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Yeah. And then I think last question for the evening is going to be from Nemesis and Skyo. When can we expect to see a higher level content for those of us approaching level 100 and above? Mr. Blight, the current expected time frame for 6 goal areas or harder zones. Skyo, the game needs more challenging content and zone that's added to the game, preferably 5+ skull areas. Dungeon crawl groups activities. These were talked about. Will they be in the game before the end of the year? Skyo also wants to include rare spawns, uber rare quest items, complex, almost impossible quests, more challenging secret quests can we expect in the near future? And Starr says, hopefully, starting in quarter 1.
You are.
Hopefully.
Yeah, which means that we will leave off right there and get back to it. And let's see, Hollyhock did say that Ready Player One was a super awesome book, by the way.
Yeah, Wolfton, not too many optimizations have occurred quite yet. One of the things they did mention in this past post-mortem was that, and Chris apologized for it, he's been meaning to push on an optimization pass, but they've been, of course, plying us with more add-ons and goodies before making that pass.
What about the new Unity? I thought that was supposed to give us 30% increase.
Yeah, you know, a 30% increase.
Yeah, this is some basic math for you.
Frame per second.
Okay, so you're currently receiving 10 frames per second. A 30% increase will get you to 13 frames per second.
Yeah, I mean
it's not
so minuscule,
it's not a substantial change.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't that big, but not bad for just upgrading the software without having to do a truly. It's just getting crazy.
Well, part of it I think is related to what all they're loading for their assets. Because if you look at most games, they sparingly use like the grass textures, and they just go with the general ground texture, and then you'll see maybe 10 or 20, whereas in Shroud of the Avatar you're seeing hundreds of grass textures, and each one of those has to wave in the wind and do all kinds of other stuff. And so I think that's where it becomes a lot more problematic. And you're gonna make me do the Macarena?
No, you're all juggling, so I figured the Macarena would be nice to, but if you all want to stop juggling and start doing the Macarena,
I'm the first one to do it, so everybody has to synchronize to me.
But meanwhile, moving right along, we do have to get moving on here. Thank you very much. As we do have a calendar of events to cover for you folks out there today. Things that are going on in, around, and about New Britannia.
Yes, very, very long and complicated. Ooh, Ready Player One is going to become a movie in 2018 directed by Steven Spielberg. Hopefully he doesn't mess it up. Sweet. Okay, so our community calendar is provided to us by our friends over at Avatar Circle, which is currently administered by Kazan Phoenix Fire in-game. You may also know him as Wrath Phoenix on the official forums or in Discord. Since it is a community-created calendar, lots and lots of community members have access to it. If you do not have access to it and you want to add your events, you can always register an account on Avatar Circle, or you can talk to people like Laz, Justin, Winfield, or a dozen other people, or actually it's like 30 other people that can add those events to the community calendar.
Not to have your event on the calendar. There's plenty of us who can get it on there for you. And of course, let's not forget our friends who were on earlier today in today's shout out there.
Thank you, man. Squirrel. All times on the calendar are Central Standard Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as New Britannia Time, or NBT.
New Britannia Time.
Today at noon, 3, 6, 9, and 12 are two extra special idiots broadcasting on Radio Free Britannia, WRFB. On a show called Lunch with Laz and Jack, where they misinterpret the news and they have no idea what they're talking about any day of the week. At 2 o'clock this afternoon, if you are looking to learn more about the Pax Layer town or any of its boroughs, you can talk to Sean Silverfoot as he hangs out in the Grunwald region between 2 and 3. At 3 p.m., we do have the EVL Monster Mash Dungeon Crawl for all of our European friends, and that's going to be held probably with the fungi known as Fungus, who's generally been doing that. That's going to be between 3 and 4, and that's starting on the overworld map outside of Owl's Head. At 6 p.m. this evening, we do have Dr. DJ Selly doing Faster and Louder. Q. Okay, no Q. On Avatar's Radio.
Faster, louder. Sorry.
There, finally. At 7 p.m., if you are interested in doing a dungeon run with the guys from the Jade Dragons, you do need to go through the Chilblains Compendium of Pain and Suffering. That's right. If you want, that is located in Braemar.
Painful.
Sometimes it takes 3 hours.
Spend 3 hours down. That's right. And to spend 3 hours down.
Sometimes it takes 3 hours. Then after that, don't forget Malhari is the dungeon leader for that one. 2 more events for the evening. They are both going to be on Avatar's Radio. Starting at 8, we have DJ Lady Addy doing 80s and more. And the final evening event of the evening is going to be Ember Flame doing Temper Tantrum Tea Days. We do need an update from Apollux Evanhart to see how he's doing.
I don't believe either one of them is in any capacity right now. Ember has been down and out. And of course, last I heard, there is no service this Saturday either. So apologies going out from the Mistress of Chaos to everybody. She's hanging in there, folks, but she hasn't given up a good fight yet.
That's right, and that is our community calendar for this Tuesday, November 15th in Shroud of the Avatar.
Shroud of the Avatar.
Yay!
That's right, just as long as you're not avatarded, folks. Take a cue from our friends over at the Recap Band, and don't be avatarded. But moving right along, of course, we gotta say thank you to a whole bunch of people out there, starting with our good friends over at the Auchenshire and Markham Farms. Auchenshire and Markham Farms, wholesale cotton reagents, vegetables, and ale, located in Dawn's Keep, just south of central Brittany. For all your cotton needs, go check these guys out. Or you can pick them up over at the shroudmarketplace.com and check out their store there. Coil more wands, putting the magic in your hands. Areas Coil more, starting with only the finest wands. All wands start out to perfection. Our friends over at the Britannian Mining Company want you in the BMC. If you're looking for a guild, you're looking for a place to call home, you're looking for a bunch of like-minded people, check out the Britannian Mining Company. Our friend Ben over at Relics by Rild, relicsbyrild.com for all your licensed Shrouded Avatar swag. If you want something out there that's got Shrouded Avatar, you want a t-shirt, you want a hat, you want patches, you want drinkware, shot glasses, coinage, comic books, and more, and coming soon, bumper stickers, check out relicsbyrild.com. Use the promo code NBNN, get 10% off the checkout and save some money on that licensed Shrouded Avatar swag. Our good buddy Jacob White over at sodamap.com. Soda Map is truth, so says Lord British. And now with Soda Navigator. You want to check out Soda Navigator? Come see us. We've got it. We'll give you a link in here until there's a public link available. And it's like UO Auto Map, but for Shrouded Avatar, folks. Great stuff coming out from Jacob White. Our friends over at sodataining.com, sodacrafting.com, and sodacraft.com. These guys done a lot of hard work, so you don't have to, and hopefully they don't become obsolete. A lot of good information out there, so if you need any information on taming, you want to find out a recipe, you want to look up how to put some uber stats on some armor or weapons, check these guys out. They've got the answers for you. And of course, last but not least, our good friends over at the Shroud Marketplace, shroudmarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable needs. Jack, do you want to tell the good boys and girls all about the marketplace?
Yeah, Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. Just like that person that was asking in Noble's chat, where can I get that POT city lot deed? You can find it on Shroud Marketplace. Or if you're looking for wood, you can always contact Wolfdom as soon as he decides to stock it. Hey Wolfdom, when do you plan on restocking your wood?
Oh, I got some wood.
He's got some wood.
Yeah.
Wood before he can restock.
That's right. On the Shroud Marketplace. Yep. Wolfdom Shop does have wood for sale as well as game gold. Yes, he's got the wood hanging. He just needs to restock it.
Low hanging wood.
That's right. Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related, and that includes accounts, clothing, crafted goods, crafting items, game gold. Price war back in action.
These plus somebody's selling armor now, huh? Is that what we see in here? What are these two down here? Wolf hats, plus 13 wolf hats.
Yeah, plus as well as a full set of Constantine armor or Constantine armor.
Very nice. Prosperity tool rewards.
That's right.
All sorts of great stuff out here today that I didn't see yesterday.
Well, it's been there. I mean, you've got to love the fact that the full sets of armor are out there. It looks like it just went through a price reduction, and that's actually offered by Armelian. So you got to love this stuff. You got to love the fact that people are taking the initiative, putting their things up for sale on the marketplace, just because the more vendors there are, the better.
Free vendor. That's right.
That's right.
Speaking of vendors,
new
one popped up there.
Don't forget, Auchenshire Markham Farms has the cotton for sale, bananas, carrots, lemons, all kinds of stuff.
All sorts of great stuff available out here. And gold. Lots of gold.
Lots of gold available. So don't forget also, if you're looking to offer your services to other players, you can do so on Shroud Marketplace, just like Vaclav has done with his crafting services, or Soda Design Services, Scrota's music service, where $5 gets you Scrota for an hour, or Weddings and More by Laz.
That's right. Weddings and More by Laz. You're looking to get hitched. You want to have an event. Need some space just to hang out and throw the biggest, baddest party we've ever seen. Come see me. I got plenty of space for you. And we can get you all set up with all the things you need for your party to be a smashing success. And of course, don't forget, we have rentals and more. Weddings and more by Laz.
That's right. Anybody else want to say anything about Shroud Marketplace? No?
Shroud
Yes?
Marketplace rocks!
That's right. Hello, Shroud Marketplace.
Gotta love this stuff.
That's right. Don't forget, listing your items is free. Small commissions come out during sales transactions, though. So, but think about it. Think it as a place to market your goods and services.
That's right.
Yay, Shroud Marketplace.
Yay.
Yay. And that means it's time to thank the most important people around here.
That's right.
And that is you guys.
And not forget the good boys and girls out there who tune in and listen every single day.
Thank you for watching
repeats
on Twitch or YouTube, or if you are hanging out with us on Radio Free Britannia.
WRFB, Radio Free Britannia.
Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. We couldn't do this show without you guys, and we do it for you guys, and we do love this shit, so don't forget to come join us.
Without you guys, it wouldn't make us worthy of getting up and sitting here having fun in Shroud Avatar, bringing you all the latest news. Don't forget, nbnn.info is Shroud Avatar's premier news outlet for everything Shroud Avatar related. So, when you need news, you want entertainment, you want to find out the latest goings on, tune in, nbnn.info, and check us out. Meanwhile, we'll be back tomorrow with more. We should have release notes by then and all sorts of other shenanigans on Whacked Out Wednesday. Stay tuned, NBNN, for more news, sports, entertainment, crazy wild happenings, the latest from right here inside Shroud Avatar. I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Stay tuned for more, folks, and we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And, of course, we love you guys. We love this shit.
I moved him on the spot. That's funny.
I can't say I love this shit enough.
What did Wolfton do to his umbrella? It's on the ground.
Maybe
Is he trying to catch it rain? I think he's trying to catch on the water.
The wrong way.
I know.
We need rain. Wash that thing. Wash it. Wash it.